weird sitting on this side of the table. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode. Just want to point out first of all that I'm really excited that I get to wear pants today because it's 12 degrees in Rockhampton and it's May and it's 12 degrees. My brain's still trying to comprehend that. Sorry, no, I do wear pants every day. I meant long pants. Like I get to wear long pants today and not sweat profusely in them. Today, obviously, we're reviewing another cereal because why else would I be here like this? So today we're going to do a cereal based off of a nice toasty warm breakfast option. So today's episode of breakfast but toasty and warm today is going to be on Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Obviously this is not warm because it's going to be in milk, but it is based off of cinnamon toast, which I didn't even know was a variation of toast to begin with. So these guys, they made the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They've also made some other variations on it, including the French Toast Crunch. There's a Chocolate Toast Crunch, which I've also never heard of a chocolate toast before. There's also like an Apple Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And then they also had like a Christmas variation called Sugar Cookie Crunch, I think. I have heard some good things about this, so I'm actually really excited to try this. And what better day than a cold, rainy day to try something that's based off of a warm breakfast option. Let's have a look at the box. We have the front cover. Cinnamon Toast Crunch title in a number of different colours. Looks like we have little Cinnamon Toast Crunch squares as the mascot for this. Real cinnamon. Let's hope so. Crispy sweetened whole wheat and rice cereal. That's good. On the back we have some games. Including find the matching pair of swirls. So basically figure out which ones look at the same cinnamon swirl on them. Yeah. Then we've got a fill in the blanks game and then an I Spy game where you have to pick out some items in the bottom. So a little bit of fun for the kids. Crave those crazy squares and play their crazy games. Got the nutritional facts on the side. Cinnamon Toast Crunch on the side there. So a pretty standard box, a couple of games on the back. They seem like pretty simple games. I'm going to give the box... Actually, I'm going to wait because I'm going to open the box first because I've somehow included that as part of the box rating process and that was really good. A little bit stuck there. There we go. Cool. Alrighty. Now I'll give the box rating. I think I'll go 3.5 for that one. That was good. We have our Cinnamon Toast Crunch pieces in there. Let's start dispensing. It does smell like cinnamon. That's exciting. One serve. 1 cup, 41 grams. About 8 servings per container. That's not going to last for very long. Oh, nearly perfect. Alrighty. So dispensability for that was a little shaky to start off with, but it sort of picked up speed at the end. Nearly perfectly dispensed the exact amount, just had to take one square, put it back in there. So I think for dispensability, I'm going to go with a 4. That was pretty good. That was really good. Shaky start, but it finished strong. Dry taste test. Man, loving this cinnamon smell. Alrighty, let's go. This is like Captain Crunch all over again. This is good. It's like a cinnamon sweet treat. This is delicious. I wonder if this has got like actual cinnamon sugar on it. The ingredients doesn't say cinnamon sugar, but it does have sugar and it does have cinnamon as part of the ingredients. I mean, that's a good sign that it has cinnamon as part of the ingredients, I guess. And cinnamon sugar is just basically a mix of sugar and cinnamon together. Oh man, this is so good. I think I'm gonna have to give the dry taste test a 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. Holy dooly, this is so good. Wow, I don't know why I expected even less from this than I did from Captain Crunch. I don't know why. It's cinnamon sugar. How could I have underestimated cinnamon sugar so much? Oh, I do love churros, which is obviously coated in cinnamon sugar. Oh man, this is so good. This is like eating a churro, but crunchy, like a crunchy, little square crunchy churros. Far out. And I've got sugar on my fingers now. I'm already gonna buy another box of this. Like, man, this is so good. All right, let's get some milk into it. Alrighty, let's. This is gonna be good. I can feel it. This is gonna be really good. Oh, this is like. Have you ever dipped a cinnamon donut into milk and then eaten it? That's what it's like. It's like a crunchy milk dipped donut. Oh man, holy! This is so good. 4.5. I'm just, whoa! You like. It's like eating donuts for breakfast. How good is that? This is so freaking good. Like, holy dooly. I want another serve already right now. Yeah, taste-wise, obviously, like I just said, it's like a cinnamon donut that you dip in milk, but a little bit crunchy. Not super over crunchy, not like Captain Crunch levels of crunch, for sure, but definitely like a nice little crunch in there for you. Not harsh at all in the mouth. So it feels pretty good in there. And just wow. Holy, far out, man. I'm definitely buying another box of this. This is, whoa, man. I know I said this with Captain Crunch, but this is the contender against Fruit Loops. Holy dooly. 4.5. Right, so onto the after milk. You can see, actually I'm going to bring this around so you can have a look at it. So you can sort of see in here that a bit of the cinnamon sugar has come off the cereal itself, and it's sort of right in there in the milk. So I think that's going to give it like a nice sweet taste to the milk, obviously, because it's cinnamon sugar. Let's see how this goes. Alrighty. Not overly huge taste difference from regular milk to cinnamon sugar milk, which I'm surprised by. It's kind of just like milk with a hint of cinnamon in it. It's not like really extra sweet at all, just kind of like a hint of cinnamon in your milk taste. So like not bad at all. I'd probably give this like a 3.5 for the after milk. Nothing crazy fantastic or anything, but certainly quite good. So quick review on the ratings here. Box I went 3.5. Dispensability, I think I said 4. Yeah, it was pretty good. Near exact pour out. So that was nice. Dry taste test and milk taste test, like an easy 4.5. Easy 4.5. Man, it was so good. And then after milk, obviously, like I just said, 3.5. For our taste comparison test this week, we're gonna go make some cinnamon toast. Now, I haven't made some already, as you can see. So we're going to go to the kitchen and make some now. Hello, and welcome to this new segment of Lookout Kitchen, Alex's cooking. As you can see, I am in chef mode with my chef hat on and tea towel over my shoulder. So what we're going to do today is recreate some actual cinnamon toast. I've never done this before. We'll see how this goes. As far as I'm aware of, I found 3 different ways of making cinnamon toast. So we're going to try all 3 because I don't know which one is the best way to do it. So I want to give the comparison test the best possible chance of being good. First option, simplest option, is just putting the toast in a toaster. And once it pops out, you butter the bread and then spread some cinnamon sugar on it. Next option, number 2, is going to be you whack it into like the broiler, I think it's called, or the grill thing, the top part of the oven. Basically, whatever that thing is called, you put it in there. You put it in the top part of the oven, let it cook in there for, you put the stuff on first and then you cook. Yeah, anyway, the third option is kind of like pan frying it. You butter it up, you fry it, you butter the other side, you flip it over, you fry it again, and then you do some, anyway, look, I'll get into it when we do the thing, but anyway. Yeah, 3 total variations, 1, 2, 3, that we're gonna try out. Then we'll taste all 3 of them, compare it to the cereal. But yeah, so let's do the cooking. So guys, first one is going to be the toaster option. Basically the ingredients we need for that one, we need bread, butter, and cinnamon sugar. For the other 2 options, it said that brioche bread was the ideal option for it, but you could also just use like a thick slice of bread. Since I went out and bought this and this cost $7 friggin', I'm gonna use it anyway for the regular toaster option as well. What the heck is this thing for? How many loaves of bread do you see with this weird stuff on it? Not very many of them. Like I'm ripping these little excess bread bits that have come off with the paper that was wrapped around it. It just tastes like if you made bread out of croissant. That's what this would taste like. Like I've had brioche bread rolls before, like for burgers. I've never really noticed that before, but if you have it on its own, yeah, croissant bread. There you go. Yes, I'm well aware that this is not the most ideal knife for cutting bread, but what are you going to do? I reckon I did a pretty good job. Look at that. It's a pretty good slice of bread. Oh, look at that. Anyone would think I was a professional bread slicer. Just admiring every slice of bread that I make. So those first couple of bits, I'm going to make a little bit thinner. And then these ones I'm going to make a little bit thicker because I want a little bit thicker. It goes in the broiler, especially thicker for the one that's going in the pan. Alright, we've got some nice lovely slices of brioche bread. So we'll use these 2 slices for our toaster option. Get our butter. I always meant to lick this off. It's a habit from opening up tubs of yogurt. So you need to butter the bread. Need cinnamon sugar. Alrighty. Very good. Looks like a nice coating. Well, it's a tight fit. Righty. Let's go with a 5. Well, that doesn't help. There we go. Alrighty. Look at that. Out. Kind of crispy on one side, not so crispy on the buttered side, but perhaps that's kind of the point. Oh, that's scraped off most of the cinnamon sugar. Well, that's brilliant. So I kind of took off some of the cinnamon sugar as it was cooking away in there, probably because it was probably a little bit thick for the toaster, but live and learn, I guess. So let's give these a whirl. I'll go the less cinnamon sugary one first. Let's go that. Yep, definitely missing a whole lot of that cinnamon sugar. Might just sprinkle some more on. I'm sure that can't hurt. I mean, it's helped. Right, let's try the one that had a little bit more cinnamon sugar on it when it came out of the toaster. I mean, I can tell that it has more cinnamon sugar on it, but I just figured out why they have tea towels over their shoulders all the time. So I'm gonna do this. How good is that? Smart cookies. So, toaster version, I mean, it was fine. It wasn't anything fantastic. I certainly wouldn't have used it as inspiration for this cereal. Certainly wouldn't have thought that. I mean, the cereal is definitely an improvement on the toaster version of that. Let's give the other ones a whirl. Right, so next variation is going to be basically the same thing. Some bread, the butter again, cinnamon sugar again. Just going to essentially butter up the bread, whack it onto the broiler, and then see what happens. Now, I'm not real sure how these things work. Not ovens, I just mean the broiler specifically. Like, are you supposed to preheat the broiler? I don't really know. If anyone would care to elaborate, that'd be real handy, although I feel like by the time you tell me, it's gonna be kind of a bit too late. Although it would be good for future reference, I suppose. So basically, you've got your buttered brioche bread, you've whacked coating of cinnamon sugar on top, your broiler doing its thing. You pretty much just want to whack it in for around 1 to 2 minutes, apparently, and then it should be nice and golden crispy and ready to eat, I suppose. Oh no, the things are turning red. I guess you do have to preheat it. Alright, so now that the things have gone nice and red, it's time to put our bread in. It's been 1 minute so far. I'm going to check it. Whoa. Whew. That was quick. Holy dooly. Well, that was a very fast 1 minute turnaround. Okay, let's. Now, already picking this up off of the pan thing and putting it on the plate, I can tell that they're a little bit more flimsy than the toaster variation. There's no crispiness on the other side. That seems kind of weird. I'm not sure if that's meant to happen or not. Oh, you know what? Okay. That's a little smoky. Alrighty. So that's probably... I don't really know how these things work, like I said. Maybe it was too hot. Maybe this thing just works on overdrive, so it was in there for longer than it needed to be on this particular stove. It's a little bit crispier on both sides now. In fact, very crispy on the other side now. Live and learn again, I guess. Let's give it a whirl though. Definitely a bit crunchier than the toaster variation. You know, right off the bat, I'm going to say that this is a little bit tastier than the toasted version anyway. Not super strong taste of the cinnamon sugar though. There's not a whole lot of cinnamon tasting in the toast so far. Why is that doing stuff? I turned you off. Anyway, we've done 2 variations so far. The one we just did then in the broiler and the toaster variation. Broiler variation, I guess, would be better at this point in time than the toaster variation. But overall, neither of them were better than or as good as the Cinnamon Toast Crunch breakfast cereal. Let's go for option number 3, which is going to be like a pan frying type scenario. So for this, you'll need your bread, you'll need your butter, your cinnamon sugar, some sort of syrup. I decided to just go with a Canadian maple syrup for this one. You'll need pans, one to cook with, one to apply pressure onto the bread with for some reason. First step is buttering your bread. I decided to butter both sides of the bread before I put it in the pan because I thought that would just be simpler. Then you got to make sure that the pan is hot, so touch it. I'm just kidding, don't touch that, that's dangerous. Just check that the pan is nice and hot. You need to heat it up on a medium to high heat, and then once it's done that, you turn it down to a medium heat. I'm sure there's some reason for that. Then you whack your bread on, whack the other pan on top. I didn't really like this. I felt like the pan wasn't applying enough pressure over the whole of the 2 pieces of bread, so I, as you can see, I'm going to swap it out for a plate. There it is, plate. Yeah. So I'm putting a plate on top because I figured that would apply more pressure evenly across the 2 pieces of bread, and I nipped my finger on the pan. At about 2 minutes in, I checked the bread. Being the high quality chef that I am, it looked totally fine, so I just put the plate back down on top. And then as it was approaching, so just after 2.5 minutes, I checked again. I was like, okay, maybe I should do something about this. So I flipped it over, and as you can see, it's already probably been on that side for too long. Pop the pan back on, the plate back on. About approaching the 2-minute mark on that side, I pulled the plate off to reveal the toast. And then you have to get some salt. And it wants you to put a sprinkle of salt on there. Check out this wicked technique. Grinding the salt into my hand and then... Oh, professional. Far out. You'd think I'd gone to cooking school. Oh my god. Yeah, good job, mate. Keep that up. Next step is to grab your syrup. I just decided to pour it into a spoon to help me spread it across the slices of bread because I'm not a chef and I have no idea what I'm doing here, so this seemed like the logical thing to do with the syrup. Oh, then you put a coating of cinnamon sugar on top, and then you flip the cinnamon sugar coated sides back over onto the pan, let them sit for, I have no idea how long I let them sit for, so I can't even give you that. I don't even remember what the instructions said. But boy, do they look crispy. Finish it off with a nice little sprinkle of cinnamon sugar, and that's it. Final product, that. Look, it certainly smells a lot nicer than the other 2 variations. I'm not sure if it would be very crunchy, but let's give it a whirl. I'm not really sure what's going on, but the second bit is much less flimsy than the first bit. This variation is probably the tastiest variation of cinnamon toast of the three. However, it does have the most prep time, the most cooking time, and probably the most cleanup afterwards as well. I think, considering how, like, look at that, it's pretty flat. That side's not so bad, but that side, I think if I was to do this again, I'd probably reduce the amount of time that I spent on that first side from 3 minutes down to 2 minutes. I don't think it was necessary to go on there for that long. I think you're just going to end up with it a little too crispy and not in a good way by the time you hit that final, that first side again with the syrup and cinnamon sugar on it. So, verdict. Cinnamon toast with that third option is your best. It's kind of like a sliding scale. Essentially, the option that has the most prep time, most cook time, most cleanup is going to be your best option for taste. Scaling it down to the second option with the second most amount of prep time and cook time and whatever else, okay, obviously. And then finally, the least worrisome, I suppose, version being just whacking with the toaster. It's going to taste not quite as good as the other two options. So you're kind of getting what you pay for, or getting what time and effort you want to put into the cinnamon toast with that side of things. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, however, overall, this is getting a 4.5. Okay, this is getting an overall rating 4.5. Like, overall experience, this was just friggin' amazing. This is way better than the toast itself. Definitely, I'd put this at the top. Hey, I would put this, then I would do the pan frying toast, the broiler toast, and then the toasted toast as my order of pick. This is gonna take way less time, gonna taste so much better. This is friggin' delicious. Like, this is so good. Oh, definitely gonna be buying more of this. Man, Fruit Loops, you're on the ropes now. You've got two that are real contenders. This one specifically though, is gonna be definitely in the regular rotation more often, I think. Thanks for tuning in, guys. That's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Chef Alex signing out.